Road to Success is brought to you by Equity Bank.
Equity Bank. You are listening, caring partner.
Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. You are watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. Our guest is Bobby Ware of African Mixed Martial Arts. Yes, African Mixed Martial Arts. Bobby Ware, karibu sana.
Pleasure.
Okay.
Yes.
What is African Mixed Martial Arts?
We came up with this idea of empowering Africans, getting back to our roots about learning how to do martial arts. And people tend to think that, martial arts started from Asia and probably in China or Japan, But the thing is, people don't realize that in history, Africans have always been doing martial arts. And that's why for us, we felt that there was a need for us to go back to the history and try to empower the Africans who are actually the originators of mixed martial arts in the world.
Who is Bobby Ware and where did you learn this? I mean, try and link us up with this African mixed martial arts and who you are and where you got to learn this.
For me, I started martial arts just like any other young boy in the streets, in our estates. When we are looking at, how do I defend myself, And I remember in my days we used to watch, the Chinese movies, the Bruce Lee, and
Jackie Chan's
the Jackie Chan's. And for me, I didn't think about it that I would come to reach to where I am today. So when I started off, I actually started off because I was being bullied in the estates, and being the firstborn in my family, I had to do something on how to defend my siblings. So what ended up happening was that soon enough, as people started asking me questions like, "Hey, where did martial arts start from?" And that's where I think I started doing my research, and only later to start to realize that, with hidden information, that martial arts was actually from Africa.
How and when did you start packaging it as a business?
The dream of doing it as a business may have started probably like 15 years ago, right? Simply because I started training in 1986 when I was still, in primary school. And just like, what you mentioned, sometimes when you start something, you look at it in terms of passion. And when you begin something out of passion, you don't look at it as a business per se, but eventually that's what comes out, So you find it easier in your life that you can do it as a business because it's something that you like.
What you're saying is that you came, looked at this passion, packaged it, and then did you begin training people, or what drove you? What step did you take until now you actually took it up like a business?
When I started getting into, let's say, tournaments, which is sport karate, that's when people started identifying, that I could actually teach them. And most people would ask me, "Hey, can you teach me?" So I would start teaching people from my backyard. And soon enough, the number grew. And I was forced to start looking for different locations, let's say for the county socials and churches. And soon enough, before I knew it, I was like, I had a full class.
What structures do you have for your business? I mean, now it's a business. Now it's a serious thing that is ongoing. What things have you put in place that can be able to structure it and show that it's actually a business?
Not many people around this region know that martial arts is just a business like any other. And even for me, it was a journey, to learn how to do it, to package it as a business. And I also did some research, as to how the Western world, run the martial art business. And interestingly, we also found out that there's a lot of effort being put in, because you have to learn how a business is packaged.
What specific age are we looking at? What is the entry level for our children?
The age group bracket, we are looking at from age 3. And for us, we understand that when you teach kids, it's not so much about teaching them how to fight. For kids, it's more of instilling discipline.
How do you balance with kids the place of teaching them fighting skills and at the same time make sure that they don't go to school and beat up everybody? Because, I mean, there are all these movies on television and on all over the place. They can actually get them in the internet. And it's very easy for them to actually now feel like, wow, you know what, I'm this main guy. So they go to school. And how do you make sure that that balance is achieved? However, Bobby, before you answer that, let's take a break. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. Don't go away.
Equity Bank has made paying taxes easier and more convenient for you. With your e-slip from KRA, you can now pay all your taxes, including customs and excise duty, at any Equity branch countrywide. Take advantage of our extensive network of branches across the country and pay your taxes today.
Welcome back. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. Before the break, we were talking to Bobby Ware of African Mixed Martial Arts. Bobby, before the break, I had asked you concerning the age bracket about kids and the balance that you actually teach the kids to understand martial arts and the discipline to be able to use it as a way of protection. How is that achieved?
For the kids, this is we always talk about martial arts being very wide subject, and as you know, kids for that age, the age of 3 and above, they're very aggressive.
Yes.
And the problem is parents do not have a way of channeling that energy positively. So what we tend to do in our gym is we try to tend to redirect that energy, in a positive manner. Even though people will tend to confuse the aspect of what they see. They look at what we teach and think like, oh, my kid is gonna start punching, their partners in schools or whatever. But the funny thing that happens is that as a young person, when you know how to manipulate, how they behave against a group of other kids, you tend to find that the aggression is kind of controlled. And that's exactly what we do. Because in their nature, they think aggressiveness. But now for us as instructors, we tend to, nurture that aggressiveness into, a positive attitude.
How much did it cost you to begin your business? And what about also, whilst you're at it, the registration process?
The challenges that we had was, this was the first martial arts, registered entity in Kenya. And I remember when I was, going through the process of trying to register it, we were asked so many questions like, are you going to teach people how to fight? Mm-hmm. Are you, you guys maybe militias, or, you're trying to recruit people?
Apart from the kids, what other programs or services or people do you also train?
We are looking at corporate, package.
Why the corporate people?
For the corporates, as we know, apparently, we're having issues with, health matters. Okay. And, when you look at martial arts, it's not just about kicking and punching. It's also about, you're gaining out, on how your physical system is going to be.
African mixed martial arts, what challenges have you had so far?
The only perception that people have is that only Asians are the best fighters in the world, if I may use that when it comes to martial arts here. But I know for a fact that, over my period of training and traveling around the world, that Africans are actually just as good as they are.
So what lessons have you learned so far from the process of registration and to the place of looking for such large amounts of capital, and then going all the way to the place of having issues with marketing the brand because people relate martial arts with the Eastern world? I mean, what lessons have you learned so far?
Never give up. You never want to quit, You just take focus to what you love doing, and soon enough, things happen. It has taken me close to 20 years, and, I wouldn't, it's not something that I thought it would have taken me this long, but, I think like what I said, with the passion that you have, even time cannot stop you.
From here, are we looking at opening up other schools? Are we looking at going to other counties, other countries? What's your vision from here?
Our vision has always been to try and grow, spread out, And this being our pilot location, we already have started seeing, the interest of people. And on several occasions, I've spoken to my staff and they tell me like, hey, we think we can overgrow this location pretty fast. And for us, what we intend to do is we are going to look at, other towns in the next few years.
So how many staff do you have right now?
For now, we have a staff of 10. We have 5 instructors, and the rest of the staff are actually just helping with the daily run affairs of the
organization.
Yeah.
So how much will it cost for me to come, and how long is the program?
We have different packages, so it depends on what you're looking at. But for a normal, class session, let's say if you're coming twice a week, we are charging 6,000 a month, and if you're coming 3 times in a week, that will be 8,000 Kenya shillings a month.
Bobby, where are you located right now?
We are located at the junction of Didi Road and Parker Road. That's in Westlands, Nairobi. And for more information, you can log into African Mixed Martial Arts or www.mma.com.
This is definitely the first time I've also heard about the African Mixed Martial Arts. But I think it is also definitely a good initiative that you've come up with, and especially as a form of business.
Much appreciated.
Thank you very much, Bobby Wari.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
road to success is brought to you by Equity Bank.
Equity Bank. You are listening